Hey everyone, Tony Phelan here with CompetitionX, and today on the workbench we've got something cool from Tamiya. It's the new Formula E Gen 2 racing car. Now this is an all-new chassis. It's on the TC-01 platform. It is all-wheel drive and it is shaft-driven. And it does have some resemblance to the TA-07 with kind of those raised side rails along the side. Really cool looking car. But before we get inside the box, I'm going to go over some of the stuff that you do need to have to finish this product. You're going to need a radio system, both the receiver and the transmitter, a low-profile servo. It does require a low-profile servo. Speed control, motor, and of course a battery. Now, typically, Tamiya cars come with the speed control and the motor. This one does not, so you're going to need those parts to finish this car. All right, enough talk. Let's get inside this box. Okay, so there she is. Formula E Gen 2 car. It's got the Julius Baer livery. Interesting lines for the paint. I hope that's not paint. I hope it's stickers. We'll find out here in a minute. That looks pretty difficult to paint because I'm not a painter. I'm going to guess most of that's probably stickers. Anyway, I like the Halo driver helmet, wheels and tires. Looks like add-on panels. All right, let's get inside the box. All right, I'm going to save the body. Everybody wants to see the body, so we're going to save that to last. All right, first bag is, just going to open everything up here. Looks like we got fixed links, some shims, ball cups, different body mounts, interesting, supports, and of course the battery hold down. So these are exact same. Yeah, these trees are exactly the same. Typically Tamiya does that. They give you one tree of half the parts, another tree of the other half, so you can complete the car. So there's those. Bag 2. Some loose parts in here. Come on now. All right. Steering knuckles, steering arms. Those look pretty beefy. Looks like we got the rockers, upper and lower suspension arms, and then the hexes, wheel hexes, again, to the exact same trees. Those are pretty strong. Okay, let's just do this. Just be smarter than the bags here. Shock parts. These are standard low-profile shocks. They're not threaded. Kind of a bummer, but it's all right. I'm sure there'll be option shocks coming out soon enough. Again, 4 trees of the shocks. And then we have here gear cover. Not quite sure what that is. Servo horns, steering parts. Looks like more bracing. Looks like you might be able to, if it has a slipper, this gives me the idea that it might have a slipper, so it'll be interesting to be able to stick something in there to adjust that. We'll see though. This looks maybe like it's, oh, that's right. The TC-01 uses adjustable steering with, of course, the steering rods, and then adjustable rear toe based on steering rods. So this back here had the fixed links in it. I'm going to guess that these are steering and these are rear fixed links. That means you can have adjustable toe without having to put different pills or anything in arm mounts. You can adjust the toe with, well, eventually you'll be able to adjust the toe with turnbuckles. There's some of the arm mounts. Those are very similar to the arm mounts like used on the M08, M07. And this looks like the upper chassis part in the front and rear of the car. Yeah, these are some monster parts. Look at that thing. Crazy. I'm gonna guess this is the front with the Tamiya logo, and this is the rear with the airbox. Tamiya molded in there. Kind of cool looking. I know, we're gonna get to the chassis. I can tell people are excited about the chassis. I am. Okay. This is all the front and rear bumper stuff. This looks like the lower bumper, above the foam bumper part, mounts of some sort, rear bumper. This looks like for a transponder. All right, so here's the front bumper. Big, huge front bumper piece. But look at the rear diffuser. How cool is that thing? And then I'm not sure where these go, but that's a pretty beefy bumper, man. That's huge. Look at that thing. You're not gonna break much parts hitting that. All right. And then looks like the shock parts. We got some preload clips, lower bottom parts, pistons. We're not gonna open that bag up. That's pretty common. Okay, let's just get right to it. Let's get to the chassis. Like I said before, this feels a little bit like the TA-07, the way that it has this molded on the side there. It's a little flexy, but once you got all the bracing and everything on there, it's probably pretty tight. This is a mold. This is one-piece mold. Look at that. It's a crazy mold. Cool though. And you notice that? Square opening. That means you can use standard LiPo batteries. No shotgun tubes. Might be able to use a shorty too if you can figure out how to do that. That's cool. All right, then get to the wheels. Some standard Tamiya touring car wheels. It's a 5-spoke, and it says +2 offset. So nice wheels. Tires come with the inserts already in there. I don't know much about the tires. We're going to go ahead and run this car with these tires, but I also have a set of aftermarket tires ready to go should I want to try something different. So these tires are. All right, here's this piece here. Here's the halo. And then the mirrors. Look at that halo, that's cool. Gonna probably have to paint that black though. Not quite sure why they just didn't mold it in black, but it's all right. The halo. And then here is all the hardware bag. Let me go ahead and open that up too. All right. So we have servo saver, standard Tamiya servo saver. The D bag. Stop laughing. It's got all the springs in it. Shock parts. A, hardware. Servo saver springs in there as well. B. Oh, look at that. Okay, so it does come with a pinion. And it does come with bearings and bushings. Nice blue parts in there as well. But look at the spur gear. It's a standard spur gear. This will hook onto, I'm not sure where it is. Right here, looks like maybe this piece there. It'll mount like a standard spur gear, regular Robinson or Kimbrough spur gear. So you can change this out from, I think it's mod 1 pitch. You can change this out to a standard 48 or 64 pitch spur gear. So allow you to really fine tune the gearing. And if you don't have a lot of Tamiya pinions, that being able to swap that out with a standard 48 pitch gear. Most people have a lot of 48 pitch gears. That's a cool thing right there. So, anything else in there? Looks like probably the blue parts probably are steering standoff posts. So, yeah. Like I said before, there's your spur gear adapter, and then looks like sun gears for the diff. Body clips, tape, another diff parts. C, bag C. So there's some more diff parts. It's like the out drives, front and rear dog bones, damper oil, silicone damper oil. Not quite sure what viscosity that is. We got more tape, got some foam padding, and of course the Tamiya grease, Tamiya tools, Tamiya helmet for the driver. This may be one of their standard helmets. Nothing really new there. And then the diff gear and input pinion gears. It looks like the larger satellite gear for the diff as well. And then the foam bumper. Pre-cut, ready to mount. All right. So here's the instruction sheet to assemble the body. A lot of cutting, a lot of holes. This is almost as big as the manual to build the car. Holy moly. That is a lot of body parts. Yeah. Okay. I predict a lot of white cars. It looks cool though. And then of course we have the manual itself. Standard Tamiya issue manual. Excellent instructions. Gotta put all the electronics in. Motor. Now it's showing a brushless motor, so I'm not quite sure how much power this thing will hold. But being a touring car based vehicle, I'm gonna guess it'll probably do pretty well. 10.5 maybe, 13.5 at least. And there you go, and then tuning section in the back. Cool. Okay, this little guy, yep, great. Oh, look at that, perfect. Okay, so you're not gonna have to paint all of this. You probably will have to do some fading on the body itself. I think I saw some fading instructions on there on how to fade the paint, but it does give you all the blue pieces for the outside of the body, for the wings and on the sides and everything, so that's nice. Yeah, I was concerned about doing that, but not anymore. So it looks like you only have to paint the car maybe 1 or 2 colors. All right, and then the final part. And like most Tamiya cars, the chassis probably takes 3 hours, 4 hours to build. The body, 9 or 10. This does not appear to be any different. So here's some panels there. More panels there. The rear wing. Looks pretty simple. Looks like the side pods, the side wings that go along the side of the back, over the rear wheels. And then the main body. I'm gonna guess all this gets cut out. Looks pretty rad though, right? Pretty cool. All right, so there you have it. The unboxing of Tamiya's new TC-01 Formula E Gen 2 racing car. In addition to the car, Tamiya also sent along a few option parts to use with it. They sent along 2 pair of their TC-01 aluminum rocker arms. These will replace the plastic pieces. A pair of TC-01 stabilizers or anti-roll bars. You need 2 of these, one for the front and rear. And a TC-01 universal propeller shaft. This, I think, replaces the dog bone that goes in the back of the car, or it could replace the dog bone to the front of the car. I don't know yet. I'm going to guess the rear, but universal propeller shaft. So there's that. In addition, the electronics that I'm using in this vehicle, I have a low profile, remember we said needed low profile servo. I have a Futaba BLS 551 servo. I'm going to also be using a Hobbywing Just Stock 17.5 non-timing brushless system. This is a speed controller and a motor. This is a great system. This vehicle is also going to be a spec class in the UF1 series, as a Formula E series. We may be using this as the spec motor system. Since this doesn't come with a motor or speed control, you need to buy one. This may be what we use. So we'll see about that. I have to test that. And in addition, we're also going to be possibly doing a spec tire. I'll see how these work. If these don't seem to work out well, I have a set of the Gravity RC US GT spec tires. These are long wear tires. They're relatively inexpensive and they should last an entire season. In US GT, these will last you an entire season. So I'm going to guess it's probably going to be the same for this. I will also be using my Futaba 7PX radio system. It's my go-to radio. to control the vehicle. So anyway, there you have it. There's the unboxing. There's the parts we're going to be using. I'm excited to do this. I'm a little intimidated by this body. It's looking a little scary. This part doesn't look so bad. It's all this other stuff that I'm painting and bolting on, and we'll see how that goes. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. Please make sure you guys subscribe to the channel so you can see the build. We're going to be doing an online build of this, as well as click that bell icon to be notified of future videos. Other than that, I'm going to go build myself a Formula E car. So talk to you soon.